Hi folks, this is an introduction to sequence items, and the easiest way to show you is by example. So let's go into this file. We've got an event file open here which is designed to take 3 photos. Let's have a quick look at it. I've stripped out some of the screens, but what we're seeing is the start screen, the get ready screen, hello, the take photo screen which has a smile text label, the show photo screen which has got the 3 placeholders for the 3 photos, and obviously the main placeholder to show each of the photos as they are taken, and the thank you screen. So it's quite simple really, but how do we use sequence items to sort of spice this up? Well, let's just have a quick look at what sequence items actually do first of all. I'm going to add one. I'm going to add a label sequence item to this start screen. So we go click label sequence. It puts a placeholder on the screen which is just prompting me to add content. So what I'll do is I'll double click this sequence item and we get this panel popping up which allows us to enter multiple lines of text or file references to text files. I'm going to enter multiple lines of text by clicking text list, and I'm going to type in a few lines of text now, so let's just do that quickly. Take some photos, don't be shy, come on, touch the screen. So we've got 3 items here separated by carriage returns. If I now click OK, you will see that the label sequence item is showing the 3 entries one after another. And if we look at properties for the item, you'll see that down in the animation section we are showing each of the items for 4 seconds, so it's pausing for 4 seconds. It's taking 1 second to switch between them. Let me just speed this up a little bit. I'll make that 1 second as well, so you'll now see that it's switching every second between them. And they're fading in and out, so I'm just going to take the fade in and out off, and you'll see that it just snaps between them every second now. So it's quite flexible really. You can also add animations if you wish. I'm not going to cover animations in this video, but there's lots of ways to add animations that will move between the items in the item list. So as you can see, this is a standard label item really, but it's showing multiple content now, and obviously you can make this any size you like. You can change the properties. Let's just increase the font. You can see it's word wrapping as well into the actual bounds of the box itself. So it's as flexible as a normal label item. So quite powerful really. So you could use that as an attractor at the start of the event just to make people come up to the system. You could use it as advertising, for instance. So let's just move this out of the way. I'll move this out of the way. You can also do the same for images. Let's go back to this panel, and I'm going to add I'm going to add an image sequence item this time. The same principle applies as it does to the label sequence. Just double click this. Now here I'm going to choose to add a list of files into here. Actually no, I'm not. I'm going to choose a folder. So click folder, and I can browse onto my computer for a folder that's got images in it. So let's have a look. I'll just go to my pictures actually. Let's go to pictures, click OK. As you can see, it's showing me that it's going to be using the pictures folder. Now what will happen is that the image sequence item will be populated with all of the images from my pictures folder. And the same principle applies in terms of timescales and that sort of thing. If you look at properties here, you can see it's pausing for 4 seconds between the photos. And you can apply animations as well if you wish. Let's go back, double click. Now rather than choose a folder, I could choose a list of files. I can click add, and then I can pick files out of the RightBooth image library. I'm just selecting a few here. I can even go to more images, go to pictures, choose a few from here. So it's quite flexible really. You can add as many as you wish. You can arrange the order. You get a little preview up the top here to show you which order they're in. Once you're happy with the order, click OK and it will show the images. Again, it's useful. It could be useful for all kinds of things, but I think advertising is quite good, and also attractor. You can also get it to show the photos that have been taken during this event. If I just double click and just select event, it will now start showing all the photos that have been captured by RightBooth during this event session. As you can see, there's some pre-captured photos here. You can have more than one of these on the screen, and you can put them on any screen as well. It's not just restricted to the start screen. So I could copy that. Sorry, I've cut it. I could paste it again. I've now got two. So it's very flexible. Right, I'm just going to delete these. Have a quick look at the video sequence item. Exactly the same principle, but this time for videos. Add items, video sequence, double click, and this time I'm going to go for a file list. You can show the event files, so all the videos that have been recorded during the event can be shown, but again I'm going to choose the file list this time. Click add, and it's pointing me at the RightBooth library for various videos that are shipped within the library. There's not that many, but I'm sure you'll have some of your own. I'm going to choose these start videos, so let's go for these three. Again, you can change the order, you can check that the order's right. Click OK, and as you can see now we are showing a sequence of videos, MP4s I think these are. Same principles again. With properties you can see that they're showing for 4 seconds, speed of 1 second between each of the videos. Right, I want to show another option now. I'm just going to delete this one and probably delete this one as well. Let's go to the Get Ready screen. Now each time round the loop when you're taking photos, it will always show this single Get Ready prompt. Now you might want to show different prompts each time round the loop, so that's where a label sequence item would come in handy. So let me add one, and here I'm going to do what we did before really, double click and enter a list of text. So for the first photo I'm just going to say get ready for photo 1. For the second one, now time for photo 2, and finally pose for photo 3. Now as you can see, it's still showing each of these items one after another in the list. Now we don't want to do that, we only want to show one each time. So how do we do that? Double click in here, click this checkbox to only show one, and more importantly untick reset list to start. Now what that means is that each time round the capture loop it will show only one of these entries, and it won't reset to the start of the list each time, so it will progress through each one. So if we've got 3 photos that are being captured, then it will show each of these lines in synchronization with the 3 photos that are being captured. So let's see how that might work. I'm just going to make this a bit bigger. I'm going to get rid of this item, and it's now replaced by this one. Okay. Save the event and let's capture 3 photos. Okay, click to start. First time round the loop, we see the first get ready text prompt. The second time round the loop, the label sequence item will show the second prompt. And obviously the third time round the loop, the sequence item will show the final prompt. So you can see there's a synchronization now between the label sequence item and the number of photos being taken. Now we can apply that concept with the video sequence item and an image sequence item as well if we wish. I'll show it with a video sequence item. Let's go back and edit. So if I go into the show photo screen, I can add a video sequence item, double click it, and I'm going to add some files from the library. Here we've got some example videos, good, great, love. Let's have a quick look at them. Looking good, great photo, the mirror loves you. Obviously that's only applicable if you're running on a mirror booth, of course. But again, let's just show one each time, and I'm not going to reset the list. So we should see these synchronized with each of the three photos. Let's try it again. Actually, before I do, let's just delete this object because we don't need it. Just hit the bin icon, and I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. Okay, let's try it again. Exit. Always remember to save before you start playing. Right, first time round the loop, we have the first text prompt. We should see looking good. Second time round the loop, second text prompt and the second video, great photo. Third time round the loop, third prompt and the third video. And let's just do something slightly different on the thank you screen. Again, I'm going to use videos, so let's go back in onto the thank you screen. Again, I'm going to add a video sequence item, double click, add, and I know there are 3 thank you videos in the RightBooth library. Let's have a quick look at them. Thank you. Just different ways of thanking the user for using the system. Now this time I'm just going to do random order, and I'm only going to show one. It doesn't really matter whether you reset the list at the start or not in this case, because what's going to happen is that RightBooth will simply choose one of these 3 videos to thank the user at the end of the 3 photos. Again, you don't need this, so I'll delete it. And here I'll just make this very big. So obviously you can use your own videos, you can use your own photos, and you can enter your own text. So I hope this tutorial has shown you how to make use of sequence items in your event files.